Thank you so much for being here on the most auspicious day, the first day of the most auspicious month, the month of Śrī Kārtika. This night is very, very special for multiple reasons. We will get to that as the conversation unfolds. But as we would have heard, this night is called as Sharad Purnima, also called as Sharadiya Rasa Purnima. And as the name suggests, Sharadiya Rasa Purnima, which means this is that day where Shyama Sundar Shri Krishna performed his Rasa dance, the dance of divinity of the Maharaj with the Braja Gopis. I was asked to speak on this subject matter of what the Sharad Purnima is. From a qualification standpoint, I have absolutely no qualification to even touch the subject matter because it is very lofty and way beyond my understanding, grasp, and reality. But doing justice to this day, as this is the day where the Supreme Lord performed this most special, most esoteric pastime, it will be worthwhile to attempt to touch on this most exalted topic. My Guru Maharaj was giving this example. Can an ant ever touch the moon? Is it possible? Can the ant touch the moon? Yes? No, not possible, right? And the ant cannot touch the moon. But if the ant is there on the head of Lord Shiva, who holds the moon, now can the ant touch the moon? It's possible. Can the ant touch the moon all by itself? No. But if the ant is there on the head of Lord Shiva, who holds the moon, now can the ant touch?
Yes.
It's possible. So what did we see? The ant on its own ability cannot touch the moon. But if the ant is blessed by Vaishnavana Mitha Shambhu, if the ant is blessed by the best among devotees, then the ant can hope to touch even the moon, which is very lofty. I am like that ant. Krishna Chandra, he is the moon. It's very difficult for a person like me who is the ant to touch that Krishna. But our Gurujan, our teachers, they are like Lord Shiva, from an example standpoint. They are the best among devotees. Srila Prabhupada and our predecessor Acharyas and our Sri Guru also. By their mercy, even an insignificant ant like us, holding on to their feet, can hope to touch the moon called Shri Krishna. So whatever we will try to discuss, as I said again, I do not have any qualification. But whatever Srila Prabhupada has given through his Krishna book, because when this chapter was there, which is Canto 10, chapter 29 onwards, Srila Prabhupada had already left this world. Canto 10, chapter 13 and 14 was when Srila Prabhupada left this world, the pastime of Brahma Vimohan Leela. So Srila Prabhupada was kind that he gave this pastime in a seed form in the Krishna book. So we will take help of Srila Prabhupada's Krishna book, while at the same time we will also take help of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who is considered like a mango amongst the Acharyas. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is very sweet, super sweet, and his commentaries are par excellence. Taking help of these predecessor Acharyas like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Sridhar Swami, and so many others. Srila Sridhar Swami's commentaries, Bhavartha Tipika, the lamp that illuminates the moods in the heart of Sridhar Swami, Bhava Artha Tipika. Jiva Goswami's commentaries, Sri Vaishnava Toshini. Toshini means pleasure. Vaishnava Toshini, that scripture that gives pleasure to the heart of the Vaishnavas. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentaries, Sri Sarartha Darshini. Sara Artha Darshini. He who could see the essence and bring out the meaning behind that essence that Sri Krishna has given. And of course, our Srila Prabhupada named the 10th canto as Samam Bonam. If you open the 10th canto, you will find the first page, the theme of the 10th canto is Samam Bonam. And Samam Bonam is nothing but the essence. Sabka saar yadi dekha jaye, the essence of everything is 10th canto. The Srimad Bhagavatam beautifully explains, giving an example from Ayurveda. Just like a human body has pancha prana, right? 5 life airs, we would have heard. The human body has 5 life airs, and these 5 life airs are practically the essence of everything. Similarly, if a human body has 5 life airs, Srimad Bhagavatam was not different from Krishna, also has 5 life airs. The whole of Bhagavatam has 331 chapters. And it's a lifetime to read all of them. Right? Even if we start a Zoom call every single day, and we start reading even a couple of pages or even one chapter, even if we do one chapter every day, still it's going to take us almost 1 full year. That's 1 chapter a day. That's a lot. Because the first verse of Bhagavatam itself, Janmadisya Tvam Vaidikaradas, in that verse we find Prabhupada gives pages after pages purport. It's a big purport. So finishing 1 chapter is a far-fetched reality. Finishing 1 verse in 1 day itself is a challenge. So even if we take 1 chapter every day, it's going to take us 1 full year. 331 chapters. But if in those 331 chapters, which are the body of Shyamasundar Shri Krishna, there are 5 life airs, the 5 most important chapters of Bhagavatam. The whole of Bhagavatam is important, yes. But when the acharyas are asked, when the acharyas are interviewed, they say there are 5 chapters that are the most important. What are these 5 chapters? Canto 10, chapter 21, Venu Gita, the song of Krishna's flute.
Canto 10?
Chapter 21, Venu Gita, the song of Krishna's flute. Canto 10, chapter 31, Gopi Gita, the song of the gopis who are in separation. Canto 10, chapter 35, Yugal Gita. Yugal means Yugal Jodi, Radha Krishna. Canto 10, chapter 39, Viraha Gita. And Canto 10, chapter 47, the Brahmar Gita, the song of the bumblebee. In today's discussion, it is okay if we do not write, because the subject matter is so lofty. The only reason I am saying it is, in the attempt of writing, let us not be in the flow of the discussion. It's okay for today to put the book to the side, because the subject matter is so lofty. Even if it's written, we may or may not be able to catch hold of it, absorb. So I have written all my notes only so that I don't forget. Human mind is such, it's very difficult. This section of the Bhagavatam is very challenging. So these are the 5 life airs: Venu Gita, Gopi Gita, Yugal Gita, Viraha Gita, Brahma Gita. But of these 5 chapters, our acharyas explain, of these 5 chapters also, if there is a chapter which is the essence, it is Canto 10, chapter 31, the Gopi Gita. The Gopi Gita is the essence of the essence of the essence. Gopi Gita is the essence of the 5 life airs, which are the essence of the whole Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic scriptures. So the essence of the essence of the essence. Interesting. And that is what we are trying to touch today. How is it possible? It's far beyond anyone's ability. So just like Bhagavatam is Krishna, isn't Chaitanya Charitamrita also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Right? Shouldn't Chaitanya Charitamrita also be Mahaprabhu? Yes? Yes?
Yes.
So if Chaitanya Charitamrita is Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Charitamrita also has 5 life airs. Just like Bhagavatam has 5 life airs, our Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita also has 5 most important sections that are considered the heartbeat of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. What are these 5 life airs? Roop Siksha, Mahaprabhu's teachings to Srila Rupa Goswami. Second, Sanatan Siksha, Mahaprabhu's teachings to Sripad Sanatana Goswami. Third, the Rai Ramananda Samvad. Mahaprabhu's not teachings, but Mahaprabhu goes to hear from Ramananda Rai. In all other places, Mahaprabhu is speaking and the other person is listening. With Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu speaks, Rupa Goswami listens. With Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu speaks, Sanatana Goswami listens. With Prakashananda Saraswati, Mahaprabhu speaks, Prakashananda Saraswati listens. With so many others, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Mahaprabhu speaks, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya listens. It's only with Ramananda Rai, Mahaprabhu doesn't go to speak, he goes to listen. God is going to listen. Interesting. Why? It's a different conversation. But Rai Ramananda Samvad. So how many done? 3. What was the first? Rup Siksha. Mahaprabhu's teachings to Rupa Goswami. Second? Mahaprabhu's teachings to Rai Ramananda Samvad. Mahaprabhu's teachings to conversation. Samvad. Samvad means conversation. Mahaprabhu's conversation with Rai Ramananda Rai. 3 done. 4th, the 6 Ashtakam prayers. And 5th, the Jagannath Rath Yatra festival. The Rath Yatra festival was such an event where Mahaprabhu exploded like a volcano. He was the golden volcano because Srimati Radharani was sitting in his heart. So the 5 life airs of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Rup Siksha, Sanatan Siksha, Rai Ramananda Samvad, the 6 Ashtakam prayers, and finally Rath Yatra festival. And what were the 5 life airs of Bhagavatam? That is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam. Venu Geet, Gopi Gita, Yugal Geet, Viraha Geet. Wonderful. Oftentimes with so many devotees, you have no idea what the devotee is saying. Geet. You say, Prabhuji, you say the first part, we will say Geet. Huh? Sharing is caring. So 5 life airs. And that life air of the 5 life airs, which is the life air of the whole Vedic scripture, is the Gopi Gita. It's very interesting. So these 5 chapters of the Gopi Gita start from Canto 29 onwards. And they're called Rasa Panchadhyaya. Adhyaya means chapter, Pancha means 5, and Rasa means Rasa dance. Rasa Panchadhyaya starting from Canto 10, chapter 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 5 chapters which is primarily connected to the gopis of the Gopi Gita. So Canto 10, chapter 29, text 1 is where we will start our discussion. Dear devotees, we may go till 8:30, 8:45, 8:50. Please bear with me. This is the first day of Kārtika, and I got to know that ISKCON of Cedar Park has never had a Sharad Purnima festival. Is that right?
Yes.
So we can make it memorable by discussing about this section, or we can keep time in front of us, and by the time it's 8:30 we can say, "Theek, now it's time to go." So we have 2 options. Either we can put our watch to the side and prioritize this day by hearing Bhagavatam, or we can keep watch in front of us and say, "Prabhuji, 8:30 bus ho gaya, abhi ghar jana." Which one? You tell me, and accordingly I will pace the discussion.
Take your time, Prabhu.
Take my own time?
Yeah.
If you say take my own time, I am in Seattle time zone. It's only 5:30 for me.
I have experience, it goes until 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
That's a little risky thing.
Don't say that.
I'm okay with that, Prabhu.
So we will try to go. Of course, I will keep time as a consideration. I know tomorrow is also a working day. But we will try to make the best use of the time that we have. So we start from Canto 10, chapter 29, text 1. Kindly repeat. Śrī Radhā Uvacha Bhagavan apita ratri Sharad utphulla mallika Viksharantum manaschakre
Viksharantu Manaschakre
Yogamayam Upashritaha. And one more time. Śrī Rādhā Uvacha. Bhagavan Apita Ratri. Sharad Utfulla Mallika. Viksharantum Manaschakre. Yogamayam Upashritaha. Please come, there's a lot of space. Please come.
Chaitanya Prakash.
We came for the darshan.
You can go this way. Take that. That's
You can come from there. Come from there.
Canto 10, chapter 29, text 1. Can someone read the translation for me if you have the Veda text with you? Someone with a loud voice? You want to read it?
Śrī Rādhā said, Sri Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, full in all opulences. And upon seeing those autumn nights, scented with blossoming jasmine flowers, he turned his mind toward loving affairs. To fulfill his purposes, he employed his eternal potency.
We see this verse is so beautiful. It starts with Śrī Rādhā Uvacha. Uvacha means spoke or said. Who spoke? Śrī Rādhā. Now this is one name of Srila Shukadeva Goswami. Why? Because Vyasadeva, after he compiled the Srimad Bhagavatam, had this desire in his heart that he wants to give the Srimad Bhagavatam to someone. But he felt none of his disciples were qualified to take the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the pastimes of Sri Krishna and Vrindavan. Now Vyasadeva has the best among disciples, Parashara Muni, Jaimini Rishi, Angira Rishi, very exalted. But still he felt that he did not have the disciples who could take the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam. And for this reason, Vyasadeva started praying to Krishna under a badar tree or a bear tree. And that personality who prayed to Krishna under a bear tree or a badar tree eventually got Srila Shukadeva Goswami as the son who was eloquent enough to study Bhagavatam, understand Bhagavatam and preach that to Parikshit Maharaj. So the father is Badarayan. Ayana means to take shelter. Badara is the tree. Vyasadeva is called Badarayan. Badarayan ki putra Badarayani. Badarayana. Badarayana Uvacha. So why is, my Guru Maharaj was explaining this, why is the point here brought Śrī Badarayani Uvacha? Oh, that Badarayani who appeared from the meditation of Vyasadeva, to the extent Vyasadeva wanted a son who could understand Bhagavatam and he was the product. That Shukadeva Goswami, who came from the pure meditation of Vyasadeva, is now speaking this. So what is the understanding? It could have just been Shri Shuka Uvacha. No. Not Shuka. It is that personality who appeared after the pure meditation, who could give this Bhagavatam to everyone. Badarayani Uvacha. Make sense? That Badarayani is speaking. That is Shukadeva Goswami. Bhagavan Apita Ratri. Ratri means night. Bhagavan, the Supreme Lord, desired. But wait a minute. It could have been Krishna Apita Ratri. Bhagavan and Krishna one and the same. It could have been Krishna Apita Ratri, Sharad Utpulla Mallika. Shukadeva Goswami says, nah, Bhagavan. Because someone can say, well, I don't know whether Krishna is God, Krishna may or may not be God. To erase that confusion once and for all, he says, this pastime, nah, it's not Krishna, it is Bhagavan Apita Ratri. The Supreme Lord decided on that night. He could have just said Krishna Apita Ratri. He said, nah, Bhagavan. Who is speaking? Not Shuka, Badarayani Uvacha. It's the same person, but to heighten the effect, the point is made कि ये जो लीला कर रहे हैं ये कोई आम आदमी नहीं है, ये केवल कृष्ण नहीं है, भगवान है. Bhagavan Apita Ratri. The Supreme Lord on that night desired. What did he desire? Now it's very interesting. Shukadeva Goswami is the speaker. Who is the audience? Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, Parikshit Maharaj. Now, when this section was being spoken, it was day 5. 4 days were already done. In another 2.5 days, Parikshit Maharaj is going to leave this world. Now, dear devotees, I have a question. If someone is going to leave this world in 2 days, will he or she listen to mundane romance? If in 2 days you are going to leave this world, will you watch mundane Bollywood Netflix romance? Why? Because you understand that that is not the time for that. Right? When death is there, when you are face on with death, you don't take shelter of mundane romance. But Parikshit Maharaj, who has only 2 days, is listening to Krishna dancing with the gopis. It's only to mean this pastime is not mundane romance. Because no normal person at the time of departure will hear the mundane romance. Right? If people like you and I will not take shelter of Bollywood and Netflix at the time of departure, why will Parikshit Maharaj do? That Parikshit Maharaj who has given up everything, he has given up his kingdom, वो क्यों इस जगत के mundane romance सुनने में बैठेंगे? So who is the speaker? Radharani, that Shukadeva Goswami. Who is performing pastimes? Krishna? Nah, Bhagavan, Apita Ratri. Who is the audience? That Parikshit Maharaj, who has only 2 days. You see how in between the lines our acharyas are playing? It's a very lofty section. And who is Bhagavan? Oftentimes we have seen in our DYS courses and so many initial courses. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasya striyaha jnana vairagyam. That personality who has this 6 opulences. Bhaga means opulence and Van means possessor. Shrutivan, Vidvan, right? That personality who has with knowledge and possesses it is Vidvan. Bhagavan, he who has Bhaga, opulence, and he possesses that. What are the 6 opulences? Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashasya, Striyaha, Jnana, Vairagyam. We all know what the 6 opulences are, not getting into it. He is that personality who is super strong, super beautiful, he is supremely renounced, he is the most famous, he has everything. That Bhagavan who has everything, a desire came in his heart. जो भगवान के पास सब कुछ है, that personality who has everything, he had a desire on that night. What was that desire? Now to understand this verse, we have to backtrack. And we have to go backtrack to 7 chapters in the past. Now let's go to Canto 10, chapter 22, text 1. The history to this verse is 7 chapters in the past. Canto 10, chapter 22, text 1. Please kindly repeat. Hemante pratame masi.
Hemante pratame masi.
Nanda Braja Kumarika.
Nanda Braja Kumarika.
Cherur Havishyam Bhunjanaha.
Cherur Havishyam Bhunjanaha.
Katyayini Archana Bratam.
Katyayini Archana Bratam.
One more time. Hemante pratame masi.
Hemante pratame masi.
Nanda Braja Kumarika.
Nanda Braja Kumarika.
Cherur Havishyam Bhunjana.
Cherur Havishyam Bhunjana.
Katyayini Archana Bratam.
Katyayini Archana Bratam.
Can someone read the translation for me? Someone from the Prabhuji's? The last time was not this.
Sukadeva Goswami said, during the first month of the winter season, the young unmarried girls of Gokula observed the vow of worshipping goddess Katyayani. For the entire month, they ate only unspiced khichdi.
Unspiced khichdi. That's an austerity in itself. No salt, no spices, no Everest garam masala. 1 month. I know devotees in North America also do it. I know devotees in Seattle who do this. Avishya for 1 full month. Unspiced, unsalted khichdi. And these devotees are such, they don't even go out saying it, they just do it. Eventually, somehow people get to know. But this parampara starts from the Braja Gopis who did it for Krishna. Now, what's the history to this verse? So, we started with the verse. To understand that verse, we have gone back 7 chapters to understand what that verse means. Now, what does this verse mean? Don't worry, we are not going to go another 7 chapters back. ऐसा करते करते we'll reach first canto. Our Shyamasundar Shri Krishna, when he was 7 years old, 7 years young. Krishna doesn't get old. Krishna is young. Oftentimes we find devotees also. When you say you're old, devotees say, "Nahi, Prabhuji, I'm still young." The mind is such, it doesn't accept that we are old. Krishna, when he was 7 years young, Krishna lifted a hill called as Śrī Rādhā Govardhan ki Jai. Krishna lifted Giriraj Govardhan. And how many days did Krishna lift it for? 7 days, 7 nights. Krishna lifted Govardhan. When Krishna lifted Govardhan, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, actually Krishna never lifted Govardhan. Wait a minute. Was I taught wrong? I was always taught Krishna lifted Govardhan. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, no, he never lifted. Radharani lifted Govardhan. Why? Because in the first discussion or in the second discussion, we spoke about the point as to how Srimati Radharani sprang from the left side of Krishna. She sprang from the heart of Krishna. When Krishna lifted Giriraj, he could have picked his right arm. Naturally, we pick the arm that we are most strong in, right? If you have to write an exam, a right-handed person will take right hand. In a 3-hour exam, you will not experiment. Chalo, aaj left hand se likhte. You won't do that. It's current situation. You use what you're good at, right? Krishna eats butter with right hand. He steals with right hand, but picks up Govardhan with left hand. Now, while someone can say, Prabhuji, Krishna, ambidextrous. Which is true, Krishna is ambidextrous, but yes, there's something more to that, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says. He says, Krishna picked up his left arm. And in the left arm also, he could have picked up the thumb finger, the index finger, the middle finger, the ring finger. Left arm also, he picked the leftmost finger. He picked the pinky finger, which is left arm, leftmost finger. To show the world, from my left side is Srimati Radharani. So I am picking Govardhan, not just left hand, but in left hand also I am picking the leftmost to show the world I didn't pick Govardhan. It is Radharani Shakti that helped me pick Govardhan. Krishna says, Balam Balavatam Chaham. Radharani says, enough. Krishna, you get Balam from me. I give you strength. So Krishna lifted Govardhan or Radharani lifted Govardhan. Radharani lifting Govardhan is from a sweetness aspect. From the realistic standpoint, Krishna lifted. From a sweet aspect, it is Srimati Radharani lifted. Another interesting point. Why did Krishna lift Govardhan? Because Indra showered rain, Samvartaka clouds. But our Acharya has given another interesting reason. That day, please hear this. That day, Krishna had gone to meet Chandravali. And Vrindavan is a place which is filled with sand. Krishna's foot imprints were going all the way towards the Kunja of Chandravali. And Krishna thought to himself, if Radharani sees this, my goodness, my game is up. What to do? Krishna lifted Govardhan and asked Indra, please help me. Indra said, what do you mean, how can I help? Krishna said, you pour rain so much that my foot imprints get washed away. Indra said, done my dear Lord, I will do it. Krishna lifted it for 7 days. Indra poured so much rain that all his foot imprints that were there got completely washed away. When Krishna got a confirmation from Indra, ho gaya? Ho gaya. Now Krishna brought the Giriraj down. So was it to give shelter to the Brajvasis? Yes. But more interestingly, it was to give shelter to himself. Because his life was at stake. He himself was at stake. Krishna lifted Govardhan. Giriraj Govardhan. Govardhan Dhari Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. When Krishna lifted Govardhan, this incident occurred in the month of Kārtika. Because in the month of Kārtika we have Govardhan Puja. Krishna lifted Govardhan, this incident occurred during this time. And as Krishna lifted Govardhan, just after the Kārtik month was done, Hemante Pradame Masi, in the first month of the winter season, which means around November, December time, the gopis who were there, the unmarried gopis, they started worshipping Katyayani Devi. Who's Katyayani Devi? Durga. They started worshipping Katyayani. Why? To get a good husband. Now, dear devotees, Śrīmati Radharani is about 14 years in the spiritual world. Krishna is about 16. Lalita is 27 days older to Radharani. Vishaka Sakhi appeared on the same day as of Radharani. So when Krishna was 7 years old, these unmarried gopis, as we see in the verse, the young unmarried girls of Gokul observed the Katyayani Vrat. These young unmarried gopis were only 6 years old. Now you tell me, would a 6-year-old girl ever have lust in her heart? Not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. Right? So this pastime, seeing the age into consideration, it's very easy for anyone to understand that this pastime was way beyond lust. It was the pure intentions of the unmarried Braja Gopis to have Krishna as their husband. And Krishna is very kind. Krishna reciprocates. Hey yathamam prapate. They would go and worship Katyayani Devi. That, my dear Katyayani Devi, I have this desire that you please give me Krishna as my husband. In our ISKCON movement, the only person I have ever heard who would do Katyayani Vrat is Aindra Prabhu. I've never heard anyone do it except him. And the prime reason why we don't follow Katyayani Vrat is the Gaudiya Sampradaya's mood is primarily to become the servant of Radharani, Radha Dasyam as they say. The objective is to become the maid servant of Śrī Rādhā. And this mood of being the husband of Krishna is a little different to that. And this is why often in ISKCON, we do not find people doing the Katyayani Vrat. Even though we find it's there in Bhagavatam, we don't find it because it's a little different from what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came down to do. But Aindra Prabhu was an exception who had a certain aspect of realization already in his heart. And he was just unleashing on that. So for a normal sadhaka, we don't venture into this. We follow Kartik Mas, we become happy. But someone who's exalted may go even one step over. We find that this pastime is so sweet and so sacred and so pure that so many personalities have spoken about it. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was Sannyas Shiromani, when Mahaprabhu was in Gambhira, Mahaprabhu would listen to these pastimes. Why will a sannyasi hear if it's mundane romance? That to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why will the Lord do it? Vallabhacharya, why will Vallabhacharya speak about these pastimes if they were just pastimes filled with lust? Oftentimes, we try to superimpose our logic on divinity. Because we are used to, in this world, if a man and a lady are coming together, we are used to it in this world that if a man and a lady are coming together, it has to be lust. And now what we do is we superimpose that logic on divinity. We say, in this world it happens this way, oh, for the Supreme Lord also maybe it may be happening in that way. We use our logic. One time, one logician, he came to a farmer. And this farmer had a bull. And in that bull, to the neck, he had put one bell. Ting, 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 it would make sound. So whenever the bull would walk, there would be sound. So this logician came and he asked the farmer, why have you put this bell on the neck? So this farmer said, oh, it's for me to understand whenever the bull walks, it will make sound. The logician, he said, what if the bull is just standing at one place and moving its head? The farmer said, it's a bull, not a logician like you. It will not do like that. Sometimes we use logic, but everything doesn't work in logic, especially in bhakti. This is why it starts with Shraddha. It starts with some faith. So Krishna, the reason I am emphasizing on this point is oftentimes, many places we have seen people belittle Krishna and say, oh, Gopi aapke saath naachte hain. without even knowing what the pastime is, without even knowing what the essence is, without even knowing what the age is, without even knowing that personalities like Mahaprabhu, Vallabhacharya, Parikshit Maharaj, Shukadev. Why will Shukadev Goswami, who has left everything in this world, why will he speak about some mundane romance? It's not. What's that? Juliet? What is that? Romeo and Juliet. Yeah. It's not a Romeo and Juliet romance. This is Bhagavan Apitaratri, the Supreme Lord desire. So these unmarried girls prayed to the Supreme Lord. They prayed to Katyayani Devi that we want Krishna as our husband. And as they prayed, Krishna is Paramatma. Krishna understands the desire in the heart. Krishna promised to them. Krishna promised to them that next year, after exactly 1 full year, I will fulfill your desire. After exactly 1 year, I will fulfill your desire. Now Krishna remembers his promise. These unmarried girls who were there were the sages of Dandakaranya from the pastimes of Prabhu Śrī Rādhā. When Śrī Rādhā was in Dandakaranya, these sages came to Śrī Rādhā and said, "My dear Lord, we want to be with you." And Śrī Rādhā said, "Ekapatni brata, I have given my heart to Maya Sita, I cannot leave." But they said, "My dear Lord, what will we do?" The Lord said, "Don't worry. The next yuga when I come as Krishna with a software upgrade, when I come as Krishna, that time I will fulfill your desires." Now the same Dandakaranya sages came back as the unmarried girls. So those who don't know the context will say, "Hey, Bhagavan Gopiyo ke saath naachte." No. It is these same sages who wanted, and the Lord is ye yathama prapadyante. He just wanted to fulfill. So who is at fault? Krishna is just fulfilling the desire. While at the same time, some of these unmarried girls were personification of the Upanishads. So they are called Upanishad Chari Gopis. What are they called? Upanishad Chari Gopis. Some of them were personification of the Shrutis. They were called Shruti Chari Gopis. Shruti Chari Gopis, Smriti Chari Gopis, Upanishad Chari Gopis. Some of them were the princesses of Janakpuri. Some of them were Devakanya, daughters of the demigods. They became unmarried girls. Why? Because they wanted Krishna as their husband. So is Krishna at fault? No. He is just fulfilling the desire. He has given that promise of ye yatham prapadyante. And Prabhu Śrī Rādhā and Krishna have a very strong connection. When Prabhu Śrī Rādhā was performing his pastimes, the monkeys helped him immensely. Practically the whole of bridge was built by the monkeys. Yes, there were squirrels, yes, there was Hanumanji, but the monkeys also played a very important role. And Prabhu Śrī Rādhā reciprocated to everyone. The monkeys came to Śrī Rādhā and said, "What about us? You didn't give us anything. You gave everyone everything. How about us? What wrong did we do?" Śrī Rādhā said, "Don't worry. When I come in the next stage as a software upgrade, as Krishna, I will reciprocate." And when that Śrī Rādhā came as Krishna, these monkeys again came back to the land of Śrī Vrindavan Dham, and now Krishna gave them something that he didn't give even Hanuman. Krishna was personally taking butter and putting it inside the mouth of the monkeys. Every monkey, he would open the mouth, lick, take, whether the monkeys want or not. The butter would be flowing from their mouth, and monkeys would say, "Krishna, enough, no, I have to reciprocate." And the Brajavasis say, Bhagavan itne rini hai, he is so much in debt that it's been 5,000 years since he has departed. The monkeys are still in Vrindavan hoping that Krishna will come back and fulfill his debt. That's why the monkeys are still hoping and looking around for Krishna. You promised. Where did you go? When Śrī Rādhā was building the bridge, Hanuman was getting big mountains. And he lifted Giriraj Govardhan. Giriraj was excited. Because at that time Giriraj was a baby. He was excited that I will be used in Ram's service. Wow! He was excited. And as Hanuman was flying with Giriraj Govardhan, Prabhu Śrī Rādhā blew the conch shell. Boom! The bridge has been built. Whatever the stones are, they just drop them as it is. Hanuman started crying. What wrong did I do? I also want to be used in the Lord's service. Hanuman, what is this? You put letter of recommendation. Temple management, GBC. You please ask Prabhu Śrī Ram, what wrong did I do? Small pebbles and stones are used. Why am I not used? Śrī Ram said, don't worry. When I come in the next age as Krishna, I will give you that importance that I didn't give anyone. And for 7 days and 7 nights, with this pinky finger, this hand, with this pinky finger, the Supreme Lord picked up Giriraj. So the pastimes of Śrī Ram and Krishna have a very, very strong connection. And now it was those sages of Dandakaranya who beseeched the Lord, and my dear Lord, please accept us. And they came back as the unmarried girls and they were praying to Kārtika. And as they were praying to the Supreme Lord, it's very beautifully explained that Krishna, after exactly 1 full year, on this night, here at Austin, Texas, Krishna played the flute. It's on the night of Sharad Purnima. Because wherever sadhus are there, devotees are there, Krishna is there. The mood is there. This is Sri Vrindavan Dham. Krishna on the night of Sharadiya Ras Purnima. Seeing the full moon, seeing the moon blossom completely, Krishna's heart was beaming with joy, and as the moon expanded inside, Krishna's heart blossomed. And as it became a full moon, Krishna thought to himself, it's time to reciprocate to those Braja gopis who prayed to me 1 year ago. And Krishna played his flute. And as Krishna played his flute, it was a personal invitation. It's almost as if I call Radha Vinod Prabhu, for example, if his phone rings, it is only he who will get up and walk out and attend the call, right? The other Prabhus will be sitting. Is it not? Similarly, when Krishna plays the flute, it's like the modern day phone ringing.
Yeah.
Just like in this world, when the phone rings, one person gets up and goes out. When Krishna played the flute, these gopis left home and ran to attend to that flute call of Shyamasundar Shri Krishna. And as Krishna played the flute, Krishna remembered that promise. Krishna, dear devotees, doesn't forget anything. And I'll give you an example for this, a real story. When I heard it, I was inspired and moved by this story. There was this one lady, old lady, and she was about 75 to 80 years old. This is in Chennai, India. How many from Chennai? A couple of hands. So this story should be close to your heart. This lady was from Chennai, about 75 to 80 years old. And she was in her final day. She was departing this world. She called her son and she said, can you get me the photo of the local ISKCON temple, ISKCON Chennai, so that I can keep it in front of me and see that form of Radha Krishna, and then I can depart. So the son said, okay. And he went to our local ISKCON Chennai temple. And he went to the gift shop. Believe me or not, there was not a single photo that he could buy of the local temple. Very strange. The gift shop doesn't have even a single photo. So he didn't have a single photo. He called the temple president. The temple president said, don't worry, come to my house may have something. So he went to the house of temple president. Why? To get a photo of the local ISKCON Chennai deities so that it can be hung in front of his mother so that she can see that and leave this world. He went to the house of the temple president. The temple president searched and searched and searched. And believe me or not, even the temple president did not have one photograph of the local temple that he could give to that boy. Strange, right? But there is a reason. Krishna orchestrates things for a reason. At this point, we may think, how is it even possible? But as the story unfolds, we will see the jigsaw puzzle starts making sense. And this temple president said, look, I don't have the local temple deities, but I have Radha Shyamsundar of Vrindavan. And Radha Shyamsundar and our Chennai Radha Krishna, one and the same Radha Krishna, same only. So you take Radha Shyamsundar, you keep it in front of your mother, she can see that form. So the son said, okay, Radha and Krishna one and the same, and whichever temple doesn't matter. So he got Radha Shyam Sundar, big photo of Radha Shyam Sundar, and this old lady in her final days saw the form of Radha Shyam Sundar and left this world. Now, as far as the Indian tradition is concerned, we have the 13th day. On the 13th day, our ISKCON devotees came. And the ISKCON devotees came, and as Kirtan was going on, there was prasad distribution, etc. These brahmacharis who were there, they struck a conversation with this boy, the son of that old lady who departed. As they started speaking, this boy said, actually, my mother has seen Prabhupada. The brahmachari said, what? Your mother has seen Prabhupada? No way. He said, no, my mother has seen Prabhupada. They said, when? The boy said, in the 1970s, Prabhupada came to Chennai. And Prabhupada did a Pandal program. And in that Pandal program, Prabhupada spoke for more than an hour. And at the end, Prabhupada said, I am building ISKCON Chennai. I am here to ask for donations. If you have something, please help me in this endeavor of starting ISKCON Chennai. My mother was there in the audience. She was probably in her 20s back then. She was there in the audience, and because she comes from an affluent background, she wrote a check of 10,000 rupees and gave it to Prabhupada, 1970s. It's a big amount. Probably maybe 5 lakhs in the present day or something. She wrote a check of 10,000 rupees in the 70s and gave it to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, ye aapke liye. Aap ISKCON Chennai se, ye mere taraf se, this is from my side. And when the brahmacharis got to know, they said, well, if this is reality, let's go back. Because Prabhupada had a habit. He would be very good in accounting. Whoever gave money, Prabhupada had written down everything. And it's still there. If you see Prabhupada archives, every single donation that was given to Prabhupada, Prabhupada has written it. By name and date, every detail. So they said, if this is a reality, let's check. And they went back to records. Mid-70s. And they found the name of this lady. They found 10,000 rupees also. There were 3 columns. The first column was the name. The second column was the amount. And the third column was comments. Prabhupada could write comments. In that comment, Prabhupada had written, because I have already received donations for ISKCON Chennai, I am diverting this money to build ISKCON Vrindavan. This old lady forgot. She just gave money. Prabhupada used that 10,000 to build Radha Shyam Sundar. When this lady was departing this world, she forgot, the son forgot, everyone forgot. Prabhupada had left this world. Radha Shyam Sundar remembered. And it is that same Lord who came for that same lady who gave 10,000 rupees once. It could have been Chennai temple also. But it is that same Radha Shyam Sundar who came. He doesn't forget your devotees. We may think, how is giving donation to temple bhakti? But we never know how Krishna will reciprocate. At a time when you have forgotten completely, at a time when everyone has forgotten. The temple president may have forgotten, the congregation may have forgotten, they never forget. Krishna's track record is 100%. He will never forget. At a time when you need the most, he will come back in that same form for whom you contributed your hard-earned money. When I heard it, I was amazed. How is it possible? Interesting. So if Krishna can do that for some random lady who was there in Chennai, why will he not do it for the unmarried gopis who were the sages of Dandakaranya? We are going higher in hierarchy now. If he can do it for some normal person, why will he not do it for you and I? And why will he not do it for Upanishadchari gopis and the Shruti-chari gopis and Devakanya? And why will he not do it for them? Of course he will. This process of bhakti is very sweet. It is super sweet. Devotees may drift away. Family members may drift away. He will never leave us. Krishna has a track record of never leaving the devotee. My Guru Maharaj was saying this. When Putana came to Vrindavan, And as Putana looked at Krishna, Krishna started sucking the life air out of Putana. And at that point, as Krishna was sucking the life air out of Putana, Putana started telling Krishna, Sa muncha, which means, oh son, please leave me, please leave me. लाला मुझे छोड़ दे, यदि मुझे पता होता कि तू भगवान है, मैं यहाँ कभी नहीं आती. My dear son, please leave me. If I would have known your God, I would have never come here. Please leave me. I made a mistake. And my Guru Maharaj said, क्या करें? भगवान पकड़ना जानते, भगवान छोड़ना नहीं जानते. The Supreme Lord knows to hold on to the devotee. Even if you want to leave him, he will not leave you. It's a one-way traffic. Once you have come to ISKCON Central Park, yad kattva na nivartante. Even if you want to leave him, Krishna will never leave you. लाला छोड़ दे, यदि मुझे पता होता कि तू भगवान है, मैं कभी नहीं आती. क्या करे, भगवान पकड़ना जानते, छोड़ना नहीं जानते. He doesn't know to leave. It is not there in his database to leave. Buffering, system processing doesn't work for Krishna. So Krishna started playing the flute underneath the Vamshiva tree. These places are still there, dear devotees. Till the time there is life air in the body, we have to make sure we go and visit these places. मनुष्य जीवन दिया ही इसीलिए ताकि ये सब स्थान हम देखें. If after getting a human birth, if we do not see these places, what have you obtained? The place where Krishna danced with the gopis, the place where he played the flute, these places are still there. If not today, when? When will we go? So whenever we get an opportunity, we should make sure we visit these places at least once before the body drops. Krishna played the flute and these gopis came. And as the gopis came there, Krishna now starts speaking philosophy. It's a wrong place to speak philosophy. These gopis, when they heard Krishna's flute, they were so enamored by the flute of Krishna that they forgot everything. That kajal that has to be put on the eye, some gopis, they put it on their lips. The upper cloth became the lower garment. The lower garment became the upper cloth. Everything became topsy-turvy. Why? Because they just wanted to be with Krishna. They just wanted to run towards Krishna. Chodo ghar baar chalo Haridwar. They didn't know whether the husbands will even accept them again. And dear devotees, let's pause here. We are talking about 5,000 years in the past. Even now, if a lady without telling the husband goes out all night and the husband has no idea, what are the odds that the husband is going to take her back? There's going to be so many questions. The in-laws are going to ask questions. Kahan gayi thi? Kyun nahi bataya? This, that, so many questions. 5,000 years in the past, Vrindavan is a village. These gopis didn't care for anything. Shama Sundar Krishna, you're calling us to hell with our husbands. Please don't try it. It's good in Bhagavatam. They ran towards Krishna. And when Krishna plays the flute, invites them. It's like, for example, I call Radha Vinod Prabhu. Radha Vinod Prabhu picks and says, yes, Prabhuji. I say, Prabhuji, phone rakho. Nahi baat karna. Phone kyun kiye? Doesn't make sense, right? I call someone and that person picks and says, yes, Prabhuji, what happened? Phone rakho, Prabhuji, enough. Keep the phone. What? Are you joking? Are you kidding? These gopis came to Krishna. And Krishna said, go back. Your husband will be waiting for you. The gopis started laughing. Hey, he's joking, right? He's not serious. He played the flute. He called us. Krishna said, no, go back. What? Krishna said, yeah, go back. Your husband's in-laws are all waiting. Please go back. It's not correct. It's middle of the night. You're here under Vamshiva. What will your in-laws think? What will the husband think? Please go back. When the gopis hear this, initially they thought Krishna is joking. When they realize Krishna is actually serious, he's actually speaking philosophy. These gopis, they say that Krishna, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, they say, Krishna, you are giving us instructions, which means you are like our guru. And the first duty of anyone is to serve their guru. So we will be here only. He will not go from here. You are giving instructions, right? You are like Guru, theek hai. First instruction is to serve the Guru. We will be with you only. You called us, we will be here only. Then Srimati Radharani comes into the picture. Srimati Radharani says, Krishna, which husband did you serve when you became a lady? You are telling us go and serve husband. When you became a lady, which husband did you serve? When Krishna became Mohini Murti. Radharani saying, you remember 8th canto Bhagavatam? Bhakti Vaibhav. When you became Mohini Murti, kaun se pati dev ki seva ki aapne? Which husband did you serve? And Krishna is scratching his head. What should I do? What should I say? And Krishna didn't serve anyone. Radharani says, good. Let's get to action. Let's start dancing for the reason why you have called us here. Krishna, keep the philosophy to the side. We don't want your philosophy. And Krishna didn't have any answer. That Krishna who speaks the Gita, Har Gaya Bhagavan, is lost in front of Srimati Radharani. Krishna starts dancing with these brother gopis. One time, one person, Indian gentleman, he came to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, what is this? Krishna's dancing with so many gopis. Srila Prabhupada said, now look at Prabhupada's answer. These are wrong things you tell Prabhupada. Because you know Prabhupada has a very wonderful way of hitting back. And his answers would be very witty. This person came to Prabhupada and said, Swamiji, why is Krishna dancing with the gopis? They have husbands, it's not correct. Prabhupada said, everything belongs to Krishna. In this universe, everything belongs to Krishna. Your wife also belongs to Krishna. I am asking you, why are you staying with Krishna's wife? This person, out of syllabus answer. He didn't know how to process it. Prabhupada said, everything belongs to Krishna. Your wife is also belong to Krishna. Why are you staying with her? And he left. Never to be seen. So these are wrong things you tell Prabhupada because he would have a right answer. And this is true, everything belongs to Krishna. The family members also, they are Krishna's property. So we are there with Krishna's property. Everyone belongs to Krishna. Right? Srila Prabhupada was very witty. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Krishna started dancing with these brother gopis. And as Krishna started dancing, now we have seen that famous photo where every gopi is there in different dancing pose and Krishna is reciprocating. And in that photo we'll find it's a full moon, which is a Sharad Purnima night, which is this night practically. And Krishna was dancing. Now one understanding is Krishna expanded himself. Bhagavan hai, Krishna expanded. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says no. Because if Krishna would have expanded, this would have become an Aishwarya Leela. But this pastime is Shuddha Madhurya. So wait a minute, what did Krishna do? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says Krishna danced so quickly with all the gopis. It was one Krishna, but it seemed as if he is dancing with everyone at the same time. How do you even understand this? It's beyond understanding, beyond explanation. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, no, it's not Krishna didn't expand. Same Krishna in lightning bullet speed was dancing with everyone. It seemed from a distance that he has expanded, but it's that same Krishna in jet speed dancing with everyone, making it Shuddha Madhurya, not an Aishwarya pastime. If not for our acharyas, kahan jayenge? Where will we go? These acharyas have given so much. And Krishna starts dancing, and as Krishna starts dancing, these Braja Gopis who are there, they get Saubhagya Mother. What's their name? Saubhagya Mother. They start thinking to themselves, how fortunate I am. Krishna is just dancing with me. He's not dancing with anyone, just me. Wow. He could have danced with anyone, he just picked me. How fortunate I am. And every gopi started feeling this. And only Radharani could sense that every gopi is having this thought in the heart. And Radharani did not like it. Why? Because Radharani thought to herself, now look at Radharani's level. Ready? Srimati Radharani thought to herself, they are thinking that they are fortunate. And they are thinking that Krishna is only dancing with them. Which means as they are thinking this in their mind for a fraction of a second, for that fraction of a second, they are not absorbed in serving Krishna, which means they are not a proper servant. If they are not a proper servant, I don't want to be in that place where they are not properly worshipping Krishna. I will leave the place. Where is our service? Where is our service in the standpoint of Srimati Radharani? She feels, let's do it again, let's do the math again. She feels, for a fraction of a second, if these gopis have Saubhagyamad, that I am fortunate that Krishna is only dancing with me, in that fraction of a second, they have forgotten that they are here to serve Krishna, and if they have forgotten to serve Krishna, which means for a fraction of a second Krishna will be displeased. If Krishna is displeased, this is not the right place for me. Let's leave. Radharani stormed out. Radharani left. And as Radharani left, Krishna left. Jahan Radharani, wahan hamare Thakur ji. If Radharani is not there, why will Krishna be there? Srimati Radharani stormed out. Krishna left. Rasa dance stops abruptly. And no one has any idea what happened. What just went wrong? I think everything was going right. We were all dancing. What went wrong? Did you say anything? No, I didn't say. Did you say? No, I didn't say anything. Did you think anything? No, I didn't think anything. What just happened? And Radharani left. And Krishna left searching for Srimati Radharani. And as Krishna found Srimati Radharani, our Shyamasundar Shri Krishna started serving Srimati Radharani, because Radharani left from that place feeling that service was not provided properly. And Krishna now wants to reciprocate, showing that, oh my dear Srimati Radharani, to this mood of yours, I want to offer my service. Krishna goes to Srimati Radharani, and at a place called Shringar Vat, Bhagavan Shringar kar lete hai Radharani ka. He starts doing Shringar. And primarily he starts decorating the hair of Śrī Rādhā. Have you all seen that photo where Radharani is holding a mirror and Krishna is decorating the hair? Which is Shringar Vat. You have seen that photo? That's Shringar Vat. Our Acharya has very beautifully explained that as Krishna is doing the Shringar of Śrī Rādhā, Krishna gets a name. Keshava. Keshava? I thought Keshava means he who killed Keshi. Yahan kahan se? In such a sweet pastime, where did Keshi, the horse, come from? No. Kesha means hair. He who decorates the Kesha of Śrī Rādhā becomes Keshava. Krishna Tulya Bhagavad Vibhu Sarvashroy Prati Shloke Prati Akshare Nana Ardekaya. Every word, every syllable of Shastra is such. It can be seen in multiple ways. So even when we put tilak, Keshavaya Namaha, not he who killed Keshi, that Krishna who decorates the hair of Śrī Rādhā. We want to see the sweet aspect. We don't want to see the fighting thing. Right? We are enamored by the sweet pastimes of Vrindavan Krishna. Krishna starts decorating the hair of Srimati Radharani. And as Krishna is decorating the hair of Srimati Radharani, it's very beautifully explained that Srimati Radharani and Krishna, as they are there together, Srila Shukadeva Goswami here makes a point. If you remember at the start of the verse, it says Bhagavan Apita Ratri Sharad Utpulla Mallika, that in the season of Sharad, Utpulla, it blossomed what? Mallika, jasmine flowers. Now we may think, okay, it's a normal verse. But if we pause and think, why will Shukadeva Goswami talk about flower blossoming out of nowhere in a rasa dance pastime? What's the connection? Out of nowhere, why will he say flower? Everything went well, flower also blossomed. What's the connection? Our Acharyas explained, my Guru Maharaj was saying this, quoting predecessor Acharyas. He said, in Sharad Rutu, Mallika flowers never blossom. It's not seen. Mallika flowers never blossom in Sharad Rutu. But Shukadeva Goswami says they were blossoming. Which means this pastime was so glorious, Even the unseen things were now happening. जो पहले कभी होते नहीं थे अब वो भी होने लगे. That Mallika flower that never blossoms now started blossoming in Sharad Ritu. Bhagavan apita Radharani. Why? Because Bhagavan desired it. How wonderful is Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavan apita Radharani Sharad Utphulla Mallika. The Mallika flower started blossoming. This full moon night is very, very sweet. Krishna performs his rasa dance on multiple occasions. One is of course Sharadiya Rasa Purnima, which is tonight. While at the same time Krishna performs his rasa dance on Kārtika Purnima, which is the last day. While at the same time Krishna also performs his rasa dance on Vasant Panchami, called Vasanta Ras. See, during Vasant Panchami everything is yellow. Deities are in yellow, flowers offered are yellow. And one time Krishna was having his rasa dance during Vasanta Ras, Vasant Panchami. And Krishna decided to give a gift to the demigods. Krishna said, let's invite the demigods also this time. They have never got a chance to see this, let's invite the demigods. And Krishna invited everyone, Indra, Chandra, Agni, Vayu, Varuna, he invited everyone. And all of these demigods from top were offering flowers and they were witness to that pastime which no one has entrance to. But because Krishna desired, now they had an entrance. And they were, from top they were seeing and they were offering flowers. Srila Rupa Goswami says, this rasa dance of Krishna lasted a night of Brahma. Now you can do the math. Brahma's calculation, second, third canto Bhagavatam, first canto Bhagavatam. What is one kalpa? Chaturvyuha. 4 into that, 3 into this. Kali Yuga is 4 times of that, all that big calculation.
Yes.
And finally, the Brahma's lifespan 311 trillion 40 billion earthly years. And then you have 1 day of Brahma, 1 night of Brahma, that big mathematics that we have seen. And that mathematics is such, we remember it during Bhakti Shastri exam. The moment exam is done, calculation is also gone. Never to be remembered again. Right? Everyone, including myself. If you ask me now, I have to think what the calculation is. Everyone. Exam के लिए पढ़ते हैं बाद में भूल जाते हैं. This dance lasted for millions of years. 1 night of Brahma. Now the question arises, these demigods don't have such a big lifespan. However, are they still present? Rupa Goswami says, Krishna increased their lifespan just so that they can see this pastime. How wonderful. We are discussing about a pastime where the unseen things happen. We are discussing about a pastime where flower blossoms, that flower which normally never blossoms during a particular season. We are talking about that pastime where lifespan has been increased of the demigods. And as Krishna was dancing during Vasanta Ras, there's one particular demigod who was so enamored by this dance that he started crying, which was Chandra, the moon god. He was full moon. The full moon was like his big eyes. He was seeing this beautiful pastime, so much that tears started flowing from his eyes. And that place where tears started flowing and collected is the present day Chandra Sarovar at Govardhan. Chandra Sarovar is that place where the moon god cried so much seeing just a Vasanta Ras that he couldn't hold back. Hey devotees, please go to these places. These are once in a lifetime thing. यदि आज नहीं गए तो कब जाएंगे? मनुष्य जीवन ऐसे ही चला जाएगा. Human life will just go away. With our daily activities, with our daily work and so many other things, human life will just go away. If in this human life we don't see these places at Chandra Sarovar. Surdas ji, you have heard Surdas ji? Netrahin Surdas. Surdas ji did bhajan on the banks of Chandra Sarovar. His samadhi is there at Chandra Sarovar. How wonderful. So that moon god, his eyes became full moon. Even tonight. Externally it's the full moon. Actually those are the eyes of Chandra. And they are hungry to see the rasa dance of Krishna that's going to happen tonight. Almost showing us that this is how eager and excited we should be. Eyes all looks like Jagannath to witness this pastime. So Krishna, as he was worshipping Srimati Radharani, after one point Srimati Radharani, Krishna was doing the hair, Kesha of Śrī Rādhā, and Srimati Radharani was tired dancing. So Srimati Radharani said, "Can you pick me? Can you lift me? I cannot walk." Krishna said, "Okay." And Krishna picked Srimati Radharani and held her on the back. Piggyback ride. This is also there in Shastra. Piggyback ride. Now as Krishna picked Srimati Radharani, these Braja Gopis started searching for Radha and Krishna. They started searching for Krishna primarily. And as they started searching for Krishna, they walked, and at one point they saw the lotus feet imprints of Krishna. And next to that they saw another set of lotus feet imprints. Chandravali's set of gopis could not identify the second set of imprints. Radharani's gopis said, "Hey, wait a minute. This is familiar. This is the lotus feet of our Śrī Rādhā. This is the lotus feet of our Swamini." We will speak about the lotus feet on Saturday. In one of the sections we will speak. They said, "This is our Swamini." And at that point, as they all were contemplating, where did Krishna go? At that time, Sripad Goswami in an indirect way, he says, please kindly repeat. Anayaradhito nonam Bhagavan Haririshvara Yanno Vihaya Govinda Prito Yat Anayatraha Anayaradhito nonam. That this is that gopi who has worshipped Krishna. इन्होंने आराधना बहुत की है. This gopi has worshipped Krishna so much that Krishna has left us for this gopi. But who is this gopi? Anayaradhito nonam. Shripad Goswami, in the context of saying that this gopi has worshipped, he also gives the name. Anayaradhito nonam. Who is that gopi? Srimati Radharani ki Jai. The Braja Gopis said, this gopi is so fortunate, she has worshipped Krishna so much to the extent Krishna has left us to be with this gopi. Anayaradhito nonam Bhagavan Haririshvara Yanno Vihaya Govindo Pritoyat Anayadraha. Our Govinda Shri Krishna has left us for her. And as they are following the imprints, they reach Shringarvat. And now as they reach Shringarvat, it is just one set of imprints. And this one set of imprints at Shringarvat have gone an inch deeper in the sand. Why? Because now Radharani is not walking, Krishna has picked her up. And because Radharani has been picked up by Krishna, the lotus feet imprint has gone 1 inch down. And now the gopis are they're searching and they say, where did that lotus feet imprint go? It's only Krishna. And they keep following that imprint. And as they keep following the imprint, they see only Srimati Radharani. They come to Srimati Radharani and said, what happened? Where is Krishna? We thought Krishna is with you. Where is Krishna? Krishna storms out. Krishna goes and worships the hair or decorates the hair. He picks her up and they walk. And then finally he leaves her also. Why? Because Krishna thought to himself, if the other gopis come and they see me with Srimati Radharani, they will accuse Srimati Radharani that it is this gopi who has stolen Krishna from all of us. But now if I leave this arena, instead of blaming her, they will start sympathizing with her that, oh, she also had the same situation. Krishna left us, but look at her. We thought Krishna has left us for her, but we thought Krishna has left us for her, but actually Krishna has left Radharani too. And now instead of being the object of criticism, Srimati Radharani becomes the object of sympathy. Bazi palat gaya. Krishna is a very interesting person. Very, very interesting person. These gopis, when they come towards Srimati Radharani, now they start consoling Srimati Radharani. Don't worry. हमारे साथ भी यही हुआ था. The same thing happened with us also. We are there with you. Don't worry. And at that time, Srimati Radharani, with tears in her eyes, calls out to Krishna. Please kindly repeat. Hanata Ramana Preshta.
Anata Ramana Preshta.
Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja.
Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja.
Dasyaste Kripanayame.
Dasyaste Kripanayame.
Sakhe Darshaya Sannidhim.
Sakhe Darshaya Sannidhim.
Srimati Radharani says, Ha. A technical.
Yeah, it's just stopped. So I'm going to start again.
Okay.
Sorry.
So where were we? In Śrī Vrindavan Dham. We're in Śrī Vrindavan Dham. So where are we? Śrī Vrindavan Dham ki
Jai.
One time Srila Prabhupada was there in a morning walk. And Srila Prabhupada asked that which is the most best animal? And they were there in the morning walk. And one disciple said, Prabhupada, cow. Because cow gives milk, it's the mother. Prabhupada said, no, horse. Because horse is a very good structure and it's very powerful and can run a long distance. So the disciple said, okay. And Prabhupada says that. 6 months after, Prabhupada was in Toronto, room conversation. And Prabhupada asked the same question, which is the most best animal? And this devotee who was there in that conversation was now there in this conversation. He said, Prabhupada, horse. Prabhupada said, no, cow. Prabhupada was very interesting. So where are we? Vrindavan. Śrī Vrindavan Dham ki Jai. Prabhupada's memories are very sweet. If you go to YouTube, Prabhupada memories, so many Prabhupada disciples have spoken their memories and they are amazing. Some of them are hilarious, some of them are very serious and very grave, some of them are Prabhupada chastising very heavily, like the real heavy side of Prabhupada. You find different flavors. Prabhupada is like a rainbow. And Kala Desha Patram, he will shower his effects. So now Krishna. Srimati Radharani is calling out to Krishna. Krishna has left. Ha Natha, oh my dear master. Ramana, oh my dear beloved. Kwasi Kwasi Mahabhuja, oh mighty armed one. Why mighty armed one? You just picked me. You just picked me. You're the mighty armed one. Kwasi Kwasi kahan gaye? Where did you go? Where did you go, Krishna? Dasyaste Kripanayame, I am your servant. I am Kripana, I have nothing. I am your servant. Sakhe, oh my dear friend. You see the change of mode? It starts with master, then it becomes beloved, then oh mighty armed one, then servant, then friend. Different emotions are just rising in the heart of Srimati Radharani like waves. And she doesn't know how to address Krishna. So whatever is coming, she's calling out to Krishna. My dear Lord, please come back. Sakhe darshe sannidhim. Please give me your darshan. Now that you have left us, please give your darshan. And it is at this point when Srimati Radharani is calling out to Krishna with different names. Different names have been addressed here. Srila Prabhupada was once in Amsterdam. And it was Amsterdam temple opening. And as it was Amsterdam temple opening, the whole temple opening went not as desired. Nothing was going as planned. And Prabhupada was very angry with this. Prabhupada was sitting in the yagya and Prabhupada said, bring fruits. They said, Prabhupada, we have used it in fruit salad. So Prabhupada said, okay, what should I do now? And then as Prabhupada was speaking to them, From inside the altar, he heard thuk, 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 thuk. Heavy sound. Prabhupada said, what happened? He went inside. The altar size was small and deities were big. They were trying to push deities inside the altar. Prabhupada said, you don't do it this way. You make a bigger altar. And Prabhupada was very angry. Nothing was going as planned. And many people had come to witness the temple opening. As Prabhupada was agitated and angry this way, one hippie was sitting behind Prabhupada. And he was a newcomer. And he was taught, whenever you are flustered, whenever you are angry, you should take shelter of holy name. He was sitting behind Prabhupada. He said, Swamiji, don't be angry, chant Hare Krishna. That person who was given Mahamantra to the whole world, one random hippie saying, Swamiji, don't get angry, chant Hare Krishna. Now imagine the person whom we cultivated, not even cultivated, some random person, imagine some random person walks inside and we are probably Brahmanically initiated or maybe a sannyasi, and that person comes and says, chant Hare Krishna. It's an ego boost. Keshava Dhrita Narahari Rupa. When Prabhupada heard this, Prabhupada didn't retaliate. Prabhupada said yes. And he put his hand inside the pipa and started chanting. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. He who gave the message to the whole world was ready to even practice it in situations. And that whole day, if you see, nothing went well. In the evening also, when they came to Prabhupada's room to get a plate full of prasadam, that devotee who was walking his way, he slipped and the whole plate fell down. Nothing went as planned. Amsterdam temple opening. But still Prabhupada, after the hippie told, Prabhupada said, okay, I will chant Hare Krishna. So, it's like Prabhupada took shelter of the names of Krishna. Radharani here is taking shelter of the names of Krishna. He Nata, He Ramana, Mahapuja, Dasya, Kripanayam, Sakhe Darshe Samnidam. And as they are all calling out to Krishna, they all go to the banks of Yamuna. It's a Sharadiya Ras Purnima. They all came leaving their families. They all came leaving their husbands. They all came leaving their children. They came there leaving everything, and Krishna now left them. It's a very sad situation. It's a very precarious situation. It's like we have done bhakti all our life and then Krishna still rejects us. No answer. These gopis gave up everything for Krishna. They are epitome of Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Right? How many of us can imagine if tonight Krishna plays the flute and it's an invitation for all of us? How many of us will leave our home and run towards Krishna? यदि आज रात भगवान बांसुरी बजाए, how many of us will leave everything and run towards Krishna? On the flip side, what will we do? Even if we hear the flute, we will say, Krishna, you wait. First, let me figure out my 401k, my bank, my will, my FD. Krishna, let me figure out all these things, then I will attend to your flute. Let's be honest, right? These gopis ran and Krishna now left them. And they were there on the banks of Jamuna, all beseeching Krishna, Krishna, please come back. We left everything for you. Please come back. And as they were there, that's the point where on this Sharadiya Ras Purnima, they sang the Gopi Gita. This Gopi Gita is the heart of Srimad Bhagavatam. Of course, we do not have time. Otherwise, given a choice, we would have sung this Gopi Gita. But hopefully next time, whenever we have more time. The gopis chanted this Gopi Gita, calling out to Krishna. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriritam kalmashapaham shravana जन्मना प्रजा श्रयत इंदिरा शाश्वतचरी दयित देक्षता देक्षुतापक त्वयि धृतास्तव त्वां विचिन्वते. I would love to sing, but let's see how it goes. If we finish a little early, and if everyone is okay, we can quickly, in one go, we can sing. The Braja Gopis started chanting these prayers. 18 verses were chanted by all the gopis. And finally, the 19th verse. Yatte sujata charanaham buruham staneshu bhidasani vivritahi priyadharmake. What is that verse? Mahikarkasheshu. And as Srimati Radharani chanted this verse, all the other verses were chanted by other gopis. This last verse was chanted by Srimati Radharani. And as Srimati Radharani chanted this verse, Krishna could not hold on to himself. That Lord who was hiding all this while, who was playing hide and seek all this while, now decided to come in front of Srimati Radharani. Bhagavan Harga. He who is always victorious. He who is always Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Pato Dhamodara. He who says in the Gita that I am always victorious. He lost in Vrindavan. And this is a secret. It's a secret only that Brajavasis know. Krishna lost to Srimati Radharani. He comes to Srimati Radharani and says, I cannot give you anything. What can I give you? I have nothing to give. Na parayeham niravadya samyujam swasadhu krityam vibudayushapiva yama bhajandur jarageha shrinkhalam samvrechayatat pratiyati sadhunam. Krishna came in front of Srimati Radharani and sat down, almost like Vajrasan. Krishna sat down and said, Na parayeham niravadya samyujam. Krishna said, Na parayeham. My dear Radharani, I cannot repay you even in a lifetime of Brahma. What is the lifetime we have seen? Krishna says, even if I have a lifetime of Brahma, that's 311 trillion years. Krishna said, even if I get that much time, oh Srimati Radharani, I have nothing to give you. I cannot reciprocate. I failed. I said, ye yathamam prapadyante, but I am able to reciprocate to everyone. But Srimati Radharani, I fail. I cannot give you anything. Kya do? Because she doesn't want anything. Krishna is able to reciprocate to us because we have a desire. A material desire or whatever. Krishna is able to do that exchange. But Radharani has no desire. When Krishna made this famous prophecy that he will reciprocate, he didn't take Radharani into consideration. And now that he saw Srimati Radharani, na parayeham niravadya samyujam swasadhu krityam vibudayushapiva yama bhajan durjara geha shrinkalam samvricharayathat pratiyati sadhunam. Krishna looks at Radharani and says, I cannot give you anything as a reciprocation, but I will try to understand your heart as to what is going on in your heart when you see me. What is impelling you to serve me so much? My dear Radharani, I give you this promise. I will try to understand your heart. How? The last line says, Pratiyati sadhunam, by becoming a sadhu. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shachinanda Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki Jai. This is the first demonstration of Krishna telling Srimati Radharani, to understand you, Pratiyati sadhunam, I will come as a sadhu in this world, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he does it. He comes as a sadhu. How wonderful. All this happened on this night. What is our fortune? What is our qualification? Nothing. What penance did we do? Nothing. The sages of Dandakaranya did some tapasya. What tapasya did we do? Nothing. What penance? Nothing. We didn't do anything. And we are bestowed to even hear this on the night of Sharadiya Purnima. There are so many in Austin, Texas. How many are celebrating this festival? And how many are hearing Bhagavan Apitara Tri Sharad Malli? There are so many in Austin, Texas. How many are even hearing this?
So rare.
How fortunate are we? If not for Srila Prabhupada and our Gurujan, we would have been bereft of this. पूरा मनुष्य जीवन चला जाता पता ही नहीं चलता. We would have just said, full moon, very good, very nice. We would have not known what this day means. Nath Ramana Preshta Kwasi Mahamuja. We would have not known any of those things. मनुष्य जीवन विफल चला जाता. Hari Hari Vifale Janama Guaino. Our Acharya says, my dear Hari, I feel ashamed. Vifale Janama Guaino. I've wasted life. Not doing your bhajan, my dear Lord, I wasted life. Maaf kar do. So this is a very sweet section. In the last couple of minutes. This section is equally glorified in the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We spoke Bhagavatam. Let's come back to our Yuga Avatar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Mahaprabhu's pastimes, there is a king called Maharaj Prataprudra. And Maharaj Prataprudra was a popular king of Odisha. And under him was Raya Ramananda. Ramananda Raya was the governor and Maharaj Prataprudra was the king. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came all the way to meet Ramananda Raya. And Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Raya, give up your job. Don't work, give up your job. Please don't take it literally. Especially in the current market. Please don't take inspiration from Ramananda Raya. He gave up his job. So these stunts are performed by expert professionals. Please do not try it in your life.
Under supervision.
Under expert supervision. Please don't come back to me and say, Prabhuji, you said Ramananda Raya gave up, I also gave up my job. So Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Raya, you give up your job and come with me, both of us will discuss Harikatha like this. And Ramananda Raya was excited. He went and told Maharaj Prataprudra. Now, look at Maharaj Prataprudra. Maharaj Prataprudra is the employer. Right? He is giving salary. Ramananda Raya goes and tells Maharaj Prataprudra that Mahaprabhu told me to give up job. Can I give up? Are you okay with that? Maharaj Prataprudra says, you are so fortunate. Mahaprabhu wants to be with you. You are so fortunate. Yes, you can give up. I will give you bonus salary and pension also. Give up. Huh?
Good deal.
Good deal. Imagine from tomorrow, no job.
We can also live like that.
How wonderful, right? No job. Pension is coming. Bonus salary. And all that you have to do is Bhagavan Apitara Tri. How wonderful. Ramananda Raya, when he told this to Maharaj Prataprudra gave this suggestion. Ramananda Raya left. Actually, Ramananda Raya was not behind salary. He just wanted an etiquette, he wanted permission. He went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and started living with Mahaprabhu. Maharaj Prataprudra also had a desire to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he told Mahaprabhu that, my dear Lord, Maharaj Prataprudra, the king, wants to meet you. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I will not meet him. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, why? What wrong did he do? Mahaprabhu said, because his name is associated with Raja, king. I don't want to meet kings. Kings are materialistic. I am a sannyasi. I have given up that lifestyle. I don't want. Nishkinchanasya bhagavat bhaja unmukasya param jigamishur bhavasagarasya sandarshinam vishayinam athayoshitam cha ha hanta vishabhakshana apyasaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu quotes this. That for someone who wants to do Nishkinchan bhajan, those who want to get Krishna, Nishkinchanasya bhagavat bhaja unmukhasya, those who have one pointed desire that I want Krishna, two things one should refrain from, Mahaprabhu says. Now this is for the sadhaka. Now I see how, as far as Bhagavatam is concerned with the gopis, we couldn't, from a sadhak standpoint, we couldn't take a lesson as such. We enjoyed it. But Mahaprabhu gives lessons also. Now the king wants to meet. Mahaprabhu says, a sadhaka should refrain from two people. Who are the two people? Sandarshinam Satyam. Sandarshinam Atha Yoshitamcha. Stay away from two kinds of people. One, the opposite gender, free mixing of the opposite gender. And second, those who are very materialistic. The king comes under the category of those who are materialistic. Ha hanta hanta vishabhakshana apyasadu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this is more dangerous than drinking poison. Why? Because poison kills the body. Associating with these two kind of people kills our spiritual bhakti. This is more dangerous. Stay away from these two kinds of people. Those who are freely mixing with the opposite gender. And second, those who are very materialistic. Mahaprabhu says, and he says, I don't want to meet the king. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya comes back and says, Mahaprabhu doesn't want to meet you. Yadhi se Mahaprabhu na paye kripa dhan, kiba rajya kiba deha saba akaran. Maharaj Prataprudra says, यदि से महाप्रभु न पाए कृपा धन, यदि महाप्रभु मेरे पे कृपा नहीं बरसाएंगे, if he will not shower mercy, kiba rajya, what's the use of this kingdom? Kiba deha, what's the use of this body? Sava akaran, everything is useless if Mahaprabhu is not going to look at me. If he is not going to shower mercy, what's the use? He is Namo Mahapadanyaya, but he is not wanting to look at me. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya again pleaded. Mahaprabhu said, if you say this again, I will leave Jagannath Puri. I don't want to meet Maharaj Prataprudra. The next day, the son of Maharaj Prataprudra came. And he was very small. And they had put nice yellow garment on him and nice curly hair. And he came to Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu got reminded of Krishna. And Mahaprabhu embraced him. Father is not getting attention, son got attention. When Maharaj Prataprudra got to know, Maharaj Prataprudra was not envious. He said, how wonderful, even you are getting, but I am not getting. You are getting Mahaprabhu's mercy, I am not getting. Durdaiva vidrisheha janinaanuraga, kya kare? I am so fallen. Nityananda Prabhu says, don't worry. Let me talk. High Court. Nityananda Prabhu goes to Mahaprabhu and says, my dear Lord, kuch karo. Dekho backdoor entry. Oftentimes you see devotees say, I have heard this so often that people say that when you talk about bhakti, people say, हाँ Prabhuji करते जाओ, Prabhupada will accept it, Prabhupada will take you back home, back to God. And then devotees say, Prabhupada only said, hold my dhoti and then you can go back home. I have this fear, if so many people hold on to this dhoti, it's going to be catastrophic. Hold my dhoti. Prabhupada gave an example, but doesn't mean we take it for granted. We also do our sadhana, we do our bhajan. Then Prabhupada will accept. Nityananda Prabhu gives recommendation. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, I will not meet. So Nityananda Prabhu is very intelligent. Nityananda Prabhu says, okay, Mahaprabhu will not meet, but I can take a piece of his kopin. And Nityananda Prabhu cut a piece of the kopin of Mahaprabhu and gave it to Maharaj Prataprudra as a souvenir. Eventually, Ramananda Rai goes to Mahaprabhu and says, my dear Lord, I am begging you. When he got to know that I got your darshan, he was very happy. He gave me a pay hike. He gave me pension, my dear Lord. I am giving a recommendation. Please accept Maharaj Prataprudra. When Ramananda Rai said this, Mahaprabhu didn't say anything. Okay. He didn't say yes, he didn't say no. He just nodded. On the day of Jagannath Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu was dancing. And as he was dancing at one point, Mahaprabhu became so ecstatic, he fell down to the ground. And as he fell down to the ground, he was taken to the nearby Jagannath Vallabh garden. And as Mahaprabhu was there in Jagannath Vallabh garden, in the mood of Srimati Radharani, crying and crying and crying, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, now is the time. Attack. Go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but don't go in this form of the king. Become a mendicant, become like a sadhu and then go. Maharaj Prataprudra said, okay. And he went inside. And as a sadhu, he went inside and started massaging the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu was crying. And as Mahaprabhu was crying, and as he was massaging the lotus feet, Maharaj Prataprudra starts singing, Jayati te dhikam janmana vraja shayata indira shashvadatrahe. He keeps singing. And finally he reaches Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibiritam kalmashapam shravanamangalam Srimadatam bhuvi grinanti je bhurida jana. When Maharaj Prataprudra sang this, Mahaprabhu got up. Bhurida, Bhurida, Bhurida. He went and embraced Maharaj Prataprudra. He looked at him and said, who are you? Ke tumi? Kaila mora hit. Who are you? And why have you come here to do good to me? And you have not just come here. Pyaila Krishna Lila Amrit. You have forcefully put Krishna Lila into my throat. Who are you? Ke tumi? Mahaprabhu. When Maharaj Prataprudra stopped, Mahaprabhu said, don't stop. Shunite, Shunite, Prabhu, Santosha apar. Bale, 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 Prabhu, Bale, Barabar. My dear Maharaj Prataprudra. Of course, he didn't say Maharaj Prataprudra. But he said, continue, 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 don't stop. Shunite, Shunite, Prabhu, Santosha apar. Mahaprabhu became mad. Because now he was in the mood of Radharani. And he was being reminded of the Sharad Purnima night. Bala, bala, bale, Prabhu, bale, barabar. Don't stop. Please don't deprive me this way. Continue, continue, continue. Who are you? Maharaj Prataprudra opens his disguise. Raja kahe ami tomar daser anudas. Bhrityara bhritya koro ei mora ash. Maharaj Prataprudra opened in front of Mahaprabhu and said, my dear Lord, Raja kahe ami tomar daser anudas. My dear Lord, this is your unworthy servant. Who am I? Bhrityara bhritya koro ei mora ash. When you look at me, don't see me as Maharaj Prataprudra. See me as the servant of the servant of the servant. Bhrityara bhritya koro ei mora ash. This is my only desire, my dear Lord. Don't reject me. Mahaprabhu embraced him tightly. And it was these prayers of the Gopi Gita that united Maharaj Prataprudra with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Mahaprabhu didn't give mercy because he was a king, got the mercy through these Gopi Gita prayers. And it is the same Gopi Gita prayers that were chanted by the Braja Gopis on the Sharad Purnima. Having said this, dear devotees, thank you all for being here on this most sacred, special, holy night. If I said something wrong, please forgive me. If I went over time, I seek forgiveness. I know it's a working day, but please kindly forgive me. If there was anything inspiring that we spoke in this discussion, the whole credit goes to our Srila Prabhupada, our Gurujan, our predecessor Acharyas. ये सब उनकी कमाई है. ये सब उनकी कमाई है. वो दे रहे, हम बस बांट रहे हैं. Nothing belongs to us. It is Srila Prabhupada's hard work because of which we have what we have. So let us offer our heartfelt obeisances a million times Srimati Radharani, by whose heartfelt desire Shyamasundar Shri Krishna came in front of God. And let us also offer obeisance to Srimati Radharani, who chanted the Gopi Gita, because of which Maharaj Prataprudra got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and not just Maharaj Prataprudra. We are also like Maharaj Prataprudra, who are waiting for the mercy of Gauranga. And you never know, it may be these state of 19 verses that may open the gate to the spiritual world for all of us too. Having said this, I stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful class. Please, Prabhu, will you pick summary of the class?
It may be a long summary.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for such a wonderful and sweet, like, it's just beautiful. Thank you so much for the class. And I won't try to go and make such a big thing because it's kind of late. So I wanted to talk on two things. One was the fact that this 10th canto, chapter 29, is the essence of the essence of the essence, which is the Gopi Gita itself. And then, just finally, the second thing that popped out to me is that we should, in this lifetime, try to visit these holy places that are still here for us and take darshan of them. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Prabhu. So Prabhupada said like we should not jump and go to the 10th canto directly. So in that way, I couldn't read that. Then recently I realized that instead of reading the 10th canto, we can read Krishna book. Then fortunately, like the last 31 to 34, those chapters, I'm reading many questions I had, but with this class, I got rectified many understanding my Prabhu. Thank you for nicely sharing. And yeah, whenever we go to our grandmother's house, when we are going back after the summer holidays, we used to cry because of the love and affection shown to us. Then what to speak, epitome of the love. Krishna lives, Gopis crying. Now we can understand, and you have nicely explained too. Thank you for giving us insight and the mood so that we can meditate on and continue this Kārtika. Having said that, again tomorrow, 6:30, we have the showing lamp showing, and also 7 o'clock class. And Saturday morning, 5 o'clock, we have Mangal Aarti. So it being a holiday, please come to the Mangal Aarti 5 o'clock. And Saturday evening also the same schedule. Please stay tuned to Prabhu classes. And this association helps a lot. Rather reading our individual sadhana, I can definitely say that. This is not sake of saying, I'm saying, I experiencing it. Please take advantage of it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.